and welcome back to winemastery.co.uk. My name's John Lightfoot and this is
John Murphy.
And we're here to tell you all about wine, hopefully help you find the wine, if not the wines you will absolutely love. So in this episode, we're looking at Chablis. This is after a series of Sauvignon Blancs.
No, look at Sancerre.
Oh, I say Chablis. That's because of They're both white. They're both from France.
I know,
Mistake anyone could make.
I should have just let him carry on with that, shouldn't I?
No, let me rephrase that.
Okay.
Sancerre.
Sancerre.
There's my accent you didn't understand.
Exactly, it must have been, yeah. That southern accent.
Which is supposed to be the premiere of Sauvignon Blanc. Not Cabernet Sauvignon.
No, or Chardonnay.
Oh, Chardonnay even.
No, we are looking at Sancerre, which John sometimes correctly said is the top dog in the world of Sauvignons. Sancerre is just an area where it's deemed to grow the best Sauvignons in the world. So we've had number one.
We've had number one.
Yep. And now we're in for number two.
And now we're number two. So both Sancerres, and we're going to test this against, or compare this, should I say, against number two. And then against number one, because this is number two. I'm really on it tonight, guys. I'm really on it.
Isn't it just? It's not had one glass of wine as well. All right, ready for number two, John?
No, look.
Gets number two, eh?
Number two.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Here's number two.
Humana.
Right, so the first thing I'd like to say,
Go on.
it's a very similar colour to number one, which is unusual.
How long have you waited to use that joke? Every episode is chomping at the bit to use that joke. Right. I think it's a little bit lighter. A little bit. I do.
I can't see that.
Okay, well that's fine, don't worry.
I'm not.
I knew you wouldn't worry. But okay, but let's have a go on the nose.
Okay. Different, subtly different.
Yeah, it is. I have to say this one is a little bit more. This is a little bit more there because the minute I put my nose in there, I could get something from that. Whereas number one, where
they're really very, very subtle.
We had to work hard for that. However,
so it's giving itself up a little bit easier.
just how? Yes, I won't go in. Yes, it is giving itself a little easier. But what is it? Because it's not what I expected.
No.
It's definitely not what I expected. It's not that.
Again, nowhere near as powerful as the ones that the Sauvignon Blancs we've tasted from New Zealand particularly. And,
yeah. Because as it sounds, the New Zealanders were cracking, weren't they?
They were cracking, yeah.
They were cracking. Yeah, this is more. It's softer on the nose, if you know what I mean. It's not too citrusy, and there's no floral. Because number one, when you got in there, you could get the elderflower came out quite strong. This almost has. Yeah, it is more kind of it is more peachy again. It smells like it should be sweeter, like like nectar.
Yeah.
Compared to number one. So, let's get stuck in.
Okay.
Okay.
For me, I noticed a big difference then. Normally, there's the sucking of the air in to make. Before, I just had it swirling around my mouth, absolutely very little taste at all. As soon as I brought the air in, and I've not noticed that so distinctly as in with this wine, it then sort of flavours, exploded.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Again, same as the nose. It's a lot more in your face with the flavours, but it's got that complexity there, which is very difficult to actually.
Yeah.
Find out what it is. Acidity is beautiful, like nice where it should be, not overly keen. Nice bit of length there as well, but for me, it has got the more, again, that kind of tropical fruit. It is It's rounder. Again, it's still subtle, but almost too subtle. As in, what is that?
Yeah.
It's very difficult. I mean, you can taste it. It's a classy wine. It's not harsh. It's not too bold. It's not too in your face. In any way, shape, or form. But it depends again what kind of stuff you like.
Yes. I mean, I wouldn't rate that again. A bit like because I'm not sort of at your level in terms of tasting all the intricacies and the subtleties. I wouldn't rate that above the New Zealand ones. In fact, the New Zealand ones to me, I think it's difficult to say because obviously when we're doing wine tasting and I'm trying to learn wine tasting, I'm trying to identify the flavours, and I found it much easier on some of the other Sauvignon Blancs to actually identify some flavours. In this, it's a nice overall taste, but when I'm really struggling to identify flavours, well, that should really matter.
No, but I hear exactly where you're coming from because, as you said, especially in the New Zealand Sauvignons, and again, this is just a Sauvignon for all intents and purposes, just a Sauvignon. With the New Zealand stuff, the flavours were quite apparent, a little bit, let's say, bolder. You could tell it had X, Y, Z in there. That came through quite strong on the flavours. Whereas this one, as you said, it's a little more subtle. It's more difficult to pull out those flavours, which is not a bad thing. If anything, it sometimes is a good thing because I say it's got that subtlety, that kind of class. It has got class about it, but. Again, and I'll come back to what I said with number one, is if you were just starting out on wine, I'm not so sure Sancerre would be the best thing to kind of jump into.
Yeah.
Because, well, number one, because of the price, it can be quite expensive, and number two, because those flavours are very, very subtle. Yeah. If you like, I don't know, but the New Zealand stuff again, and we're coming back to New Zealand, aren't we? But when you try the New Zealand stuff, you know what you're having. It's not, it does what it says on the tin, it's just in there. It's an experience. For me, this might be
too subtle.
A little too subtle, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if we look at the South African, the ones that we did the last episode, then I think we were talking about, they were around about £7 a bottle. This I know retails at 15. I'm not sure what our next one, but this one at 15. So personally, for me, I would think, well, actually, would I have 2 bottles of the South African, or would I have one of these? Mm-hmm. Because I can't personally yet. I'm still working on it. I can't appreciate the subtleties of this. I would definitely go with the South African,
And there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong at all. It just depends what you like. And we'll always come back to this because you can have that it's a mood thing as well. But as it stands right now, in the mood I'm in, I don't know. It's been a drizzly day out there today. I'm thinking, it's just okay.
Well, again, I think subtleties is a very, very nice wine. No one's going to complain about this.
No.
Again, I think in terms of the quality of the wine, we don't have any complaints. I think it's actually the price tag that's given us the.
Yeah, I think you are spot on with that one, because the wine it is delicious by any stretch of the imagination, but then when you put a price tag on it, it just kind of makes it ooh.
Which I've just realised we didn't do in part 1. We didn't actually identify a mark for that, and we should actually score this.
Oh yes. Okay.
So score this first, or would you first score number 1 first?
If we score number 1 first, with the price tag, it's always. When we don't know the price tag,
well, I think you should ignore. I just think you should ignore the price tag. It is.
All right, I would ignore the price tag, and if I didn't know how much that was worth, I would, because it was beautiful, it was subtle, it was nice, it was delicate, it had little bits coming from everywhere, classy, and so I would score that 82.
Okay.
82. But then if I was to know the price, I would definitely bring that down. For me personally, it's difficult saying, but I would bring that down 74, 75.
But actually, if there was someone saying to you, I want, that you knew was, into their wine, seriously into their wine, knew a lot about it, actually you wouldn't, because you'd know they'd appreciate the substitute.
No, that's it. Yeah, if somebody,
I think that's the reason you just have to say, forget the price at the moment. It's just what would you score it as a wine, and so you're going to say 80.
Just 82.
82. for me, because I couldn't taste the subtleties of number one, I'm going to take that down to a 70, but that's just personally because I couldn't taste it.
That's massive. That's massive.
Because I couldn't personally taste. And I'm comparing it with some of the marks I've given to the New Zealand and all of those, which I could have appreciated.
Of course,
so
yeah.
This is where it does become very personal, of course, guys. You know, you can see those labels, you know, where the wines experts have given it sort of 99 points, and you go and taste it and think, ooh, not for me. It is a very personal thing. You've got to learn what you like.
Definitely.
And so, coming to this one,
I would score it a very similar price, because there were bits about this that I really liked. I liked that it was a bit more in my face. I liked that it still had that subtlety, but wasn't quite as subtle. So I probably still have this up at maybe just bring it down a tad to 79.
Okay.
If I didn't know price and didn't.
I keep this one the same at 70.
Still at 70?
Yeah.
Crikey, you've been brutal today, John.
But if you compare it to, if you look back at the scores that I've given on the others, that's not, you know.
No,
I think because I'm not accepting because I'm not appreciating the subtleties, I'm not giving it that off, and that's probably my. Well, it's not.
Like I just said, it is. We said before, some of the wines we've tasted have been unfair. You can definitely get it. You know what you're going for, and it is delicious anyway in its own right.
Yeah.
So when you come to this, and you are actually having to work for it.
Yeah.
You have to work for it. If you work for it, you do know what you're looking for, and you do find those, and that's quite nice. But if you can't get it, then you don't.
You don't appreciate it.
No. Okay.
Well, let's see what number 3 brings us up.
Oh, you know, I'm loving these episodes.
Really get into this.
Yeah, go for it.
So we'll see you in part 3. Cheers.
Chin chin.